Welcome. This is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan doing the Friday live stream. Ask a Vegan anything. And I got to ask you, Sarah, what the heck are you doing? What the heck did you do on New Year's? Sounds like you had a lot more fun than I probably did. But good to see everyone. Fu Man Poo, when you come on and let me know about this new guitar you got for Christmas/New Year's. Good for you. You were talking about it. Happy New Year to you too, Peter. Yeah, we kept it really chill this New Year's. Well, I guess not that chill. We kept Christmas super chill. Really didn't do anything other than try to rest and stuff. Let's see. Let's see if I want to. Let's see if you went to a drag event at a vegan restaurant on New Year's. That's what you did on New Year's? You went to a drag event at a vegan restaurant? Awesome. Good for you. Hey, hello, Gladys. Good to see you. Let's see. Your New Year's. Yeah, I think you told me roughly it was going to be a fire pit, neighbors, sledding down your steep, icy driveway. Wow, I'm glad you didn't break any bones or fracture anything there. That sounds like a dangerous combo. Darkness, drinking, and slippery ice. But, you know, you're an ice person now, so you know what you're doing. I would probably, I'd probably, first I'd freeze, and then second I'd probably slip and get injured. Yo, Uncle. So we have Peter and Uncle both here tonight, which is great because last week we had a couple people trying to get a little aggressive or whatever. So anyway, cool. We have two moderators plus me, so I don't think anything crazy will happen tonight. Okay, you've made a ramp in your driveway. It's cultivated. I can't even imagine like a ramp, like an ice ramp for your sled or whatever. That's cool. Yeah, not cold enough for that kind of thing where we're at, fortunately. Yeah, yesterday was another really nice day, like 73 degrees, sunny. Today's was back to being a little more cold and for us here and cloudy. But yeah, we get these really nice days once in a while. They're just like, it doesn't even feel like winter for a few hours. Then we come back into our cold house, which is always cold in the winter time, no matter what. It's just how it is. It's an old house. Crap for insulation in the walls. I don't think there's any in the walls. You got some in the ceiling, but that's not going to get it done because there's other, the ceiling's just one plane. Yeah, three other planes, I guess, and there's none down beneath either. So anyway, let's see. Speaking of New Year's, guys, your cult leader did something a little different than this New Year's than any other in recent memory, probably since the whole time we started our channel, which is your cult leader drank a little bit too much that night. I didn't get drunk or anything. I didn't vomit or anything like that. But we did get we got a bottle of sparkling rosé from the Russian River Valley area in Northern California. And I expected it to be pretty good. Thank God we have this cool little wine store. It's not that little, but this like wine warehouse store that specializes in getting wines from all over the state and world, for that matter. Anyway, yeah, we got that, and it was just so good. We usually, when we drink wine or champagne or something like that, we'll if we get a bottle, we'll drink half of it like when we have dinner or celebrate, then bottle it up, put the cork back on, whatever, and have the rest like the next day or so. Well, on New Year's Eve, at the end of the night, there's only like maybe this much left in the bottle, and I think Angie had her normal amount, but your cult leader had a bit more. I just couldn't believe how delicious it was. Oh, let's get festive. Maybe I'll get a little boozy tonight on New Year's Eve, and I got more than a buzz. I often can get a buzz just like having a glass of wine, but I got more than a buzz. I was knocking on a little tipsy, But anyway, I had my first hangover the next day. I woke up feeling pretty good, but as the day wore on, my energy was low. I could have chalked it up to going to bed around 12:45 and waking up around 7, so that didn't help on New Year's Day. But yeah, I felt pretty sluggish on New Year's Day. And then today at the gym, I didn't have that normal crazy energy that I usually have. I could chalk it up to that I didn't go to the gym on Tuesday, on New Year's Eve. Instead, I drank that night. So probably two bad things: missing my normal midweek workout, early week workout, and then having booze that night. So I gotta say, yeah, I didn't like the feeling of a hangover. It was like a mild hangover, nonetheless. I didn't get that drunk. I probably drank about maybe 3/4 of a bottle of wine that night. Remember, I'm a pretty big dude, like 6'5", 200 pounds. You know, if you drink that much, it might be worse for you. I don't know, unless you're really like tolerant to booze and you don't feel it or anything like that. So anyway, yeah, your cult leader had his first hangover of sorts in a while. Didn't like it. It wasn't that great. Just feeling kind of run down on New Year's Day. But it was fine. I didn't have anything I had to do really that day. No responsibilities for that matter. AJ, hey AJ. Let's see. Let's see. Is anyone else on slow mode? Who was this about edible? AJ, you had your first edible on New Year's Eve, like a cannabis edible. How did that go, AJ? I thought I gave you some tips before on, like, you know, have a small amount if you can. Don't like keep eating it because it takes like an hour plus for it to like really take effect. It's biology. It has to digest, unlike when you smoke it. Anyway, how'd that go? And yeah, have a and try to control your setting. Don't be out somewhere where you might be nervous. You know, try to have the variables under your control rather than any random stranger can control them. Yeah, I've never had a THC hangover, and I got more of those gummies, Sarah. That was another thing we treated ourselves for the New Year. Got them out. I think I got them New Year's Day or the day after, but I got some. Yeah, I like those little gummies that you told us to get. It's I forgot which flavor it was of those Caminos, but it's equal parts THC, CBD, and CBN, and they're really chill. They're cool. They have a nice vibe. Hey, Fu Man Poo, you smoke weed because it's there, and sometimes I chew it now, I guess, with the gummies. Let's see. Does anyone else have slow mode going on? Let me check my let me check my info here, Graven, and see if there's anything about me having slow mode checked. Let's see. Let me check customization here if this is where it would be. Okay, I do have slow mode checked. Let me see what that means again. Okay, slow mode limits how long you want participants to wait between sending message. So just 10 seconds. That's what slow mode means. You can't like rapid fire off messages. 10 seconds. How's that working for you, Graven? Did you want to send messages more quickly than 10 seconds? If so, let me know. I'll change it for you. Let me know. But that's what slow mode is. Yeah, it's really to prevent people coming to spam the comments here. And I know that's definitely not what Graven's doing, and we don't have anything like that. You don't like slow mode? Here, I'll change it to 5 seconds. That sounds reasonable. Let's see if we can try 5 seconds. So we're on slow mode, but 5 seconds rather than 10 seconds. So hopefully, hopefully you don't need to type in more quickly than 5 second intervals. I thought 10 would be quick enough, but yeah, 5 second intervals. So let me know how that goes for you guys. Johnny went to the casino on Wednesday. Ooh, how'd that go? You went meth mode? What is that, Fu Man Poo? Just like super quick, bam, 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 bam. Like basically no slow mode. Yeah, I guess moderators aren't subject to slow mode, if I understand it right. So anyway, if I missed any of your questions, let me know. But I wanted to see how you guys did for New Year's and share with you that I, for the first time in a long time, had a little hangover the next day. So yeah, we went out and had a poolside pizza yesterday at the Disneyland Hotel, and I said, yeah, I definitely don't want any alcohol today. I just want to get it all totally out of my system and try to get back to normal. Yeah, it's sake on New Year's Eve. Awesome. So, Fu Man Poo, tell us about your new guitar, man. So you got a more rockin' Fender Telecaster. That sounds fun. Yeah, mine is not too rockin', but I guess I could rock with it, Keith Richards rocked with a vintage Telecaster. Had a humbucker in the neck, I believe, but you can do anything on a Telecaster. You can play jazz, dream pop, you can do blues, punk, rock, anything you want, except maybe metal or something like that. But yeah, you could do metal on a Telecaster if you had different pickups in it. Okay, you hit the blackjack table, won $25 and walked away. Good for you, because odds are if you kept at the tables longer, that 25 would have gone away and probably turned negative. I saw a video, I think on Reddit, how some casinos, some like video-oriented gambling machines, I don't know if it's video poker or video slots. I saw a video of someone like able to like take money out of their bank account without getting out of the chair. They're just sitting in the slot machine or whatever, the video gambling machine, hit some buttons and some money's transferred from their bank account over to their account, I guess, on the gambling machine. Like, well, it makes it way too easy. You just transfer all your life savings out of a bank account. Like, wow, that is just bad. That is immoral. Let's see, what else you guys talking about here? You had sake on New Year's. Cool, yeah, I haven't had sake in a while. You listen to music on your new speakers. Much nicer than soundbars. Good for you. Yeah, it's a nice upgrade. Yeah, soundbars are convenient. That's the cool thing about them. They're small, they fit in like little areas. Yeah, but they kind of lack on the physics of being able to produce, like sound in the way that speakers and tweeters can. So yeah, it's a nice upgrade to go from there might be some high-end sound bars, that are, I'm sure the best sound bars are better than like crappy speakers. But generally, that's an upgrade to go from a sound bar to speakers. So that sounds fun. That's a good time to check it out. Hey, Nikki, you find casinos disturbing? I do too. Casinos are a trip. You want to see some weird, trippy people? Because casinos are weird. Everyone seems so stoic. Like when I've been in casinos, Angie's noticed this too. People are like emotionless. I guess they're hardcore gamblers. When her and I go, we're having a fun time. I think people get mad at us. We're going, hey, cool, $5, yeah. Daddy needs some new shoes. We're having a good time. We're trying to get some entertainment value out of it. We're not there to get rich or something like that, or to pay the rent. We're there to just have a little fun. If I lose $5, okay, maybe $10 max, but I know I'm not going to win $100,000 either. Just there to have a little fun. I know that the fortunes of casinos were built on its customers, its patrons. Yeah, you can win sometime, but stay long enough. The house has advantages on pretty much everything. The only thing they might not have an advantage on is if you play poker. Then you're playing against people, but the house gets a cut or a rake, whatever it's called, to every hand. So they're still making money. But I guess poker is your best bet, because you are playing against people rather than house odds. Anyway, let's see, what's that about? Sarah, you don't do casinos? I won't. Yeah, that's the worst thing about casinos too, is cigarette smoke. I thought, like, from my limited experience in Las Vegas, that cigarette smoking was legal all throughout the state. And no, if you go in, it's just in the tourist areas, like the casinos. If you just go into a normal, suburb or off-strip location, they don't allow smoking in hotels and restaurants and everything like that. It's just for the tourists. So that's something to keep in mind. That if you despise inhaling secondhand smoke, casinos are not a good place for most people. So what's that, Peter? Did I see that Joey Carbstrong? Sad that people don't give him more money. He might have to leave activism. No, what's going on with Joey? I know it can be hard to make a living completely online, doing stuff like this. I know firsthand this doesn't cut it. Fortunately, I do other things as well. But anyway, what's up with Joey? Is just having a hard time generating a monthly income off like YouTube ads and stuff like that? Yeah, you need a lot of views to do that. Even if you're getting like 10, 20,000 views a video, how often are you putting them out? It doesn't really add up to all that much money. It's tough. And I'm with you, Sarah. I'm not into being into smoke either. It really just grosses me out. Let's see, Pandas 96. So many people want to lose weight now due to the new year. Yeah, go to the gym next week. You'll see a little bit more people than normal than, say, what you were seeing like a few weeks ago or in the middle of summer or something like that. You always want to recommend high-carb plant-based diet, but people are still scared of carbs. Yeah, it's funny how people have this carb phobia, yet people that eat high-carb diets tend to have lower body mass indexes than those who don't. tend to. It's not a slam dunk, but on average, it's weird how people think people don't know what carbs are. When you ask your average like non-vegan what a carb is, they'll tell you French fries and donuts. Yeah, and both of them have a carbohydrate component, potatoes in the case of French fries, some kind of bread thing in the case of donuts, but then they're completely like they're cooked in some kind of high-fat heat thing, so it's not a carbohydrate anymore. It's carbs and fat. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but people don't understand that carbs are just simple whole foods, whole food plants. Not donuts, not French fries. So, let's see what else. If I'm missing any of your comments, guys, just ask again. I'm trying my best here. I'm a little tired from the gym today. I didn't have a complete marathon crazy day there like I did the past few weeks. I didn't stay there like 3 hours. I stayed there a little over 2 hours. I'm pretty beat still nonetheless. I think I told you I'm tired because I didn't go earlier this week and I had a little hangover from New Year's. So I'm not feeling like last week I came home from the gym Friday. I told Angie, man, I'm so fit right now. Like my fitness is like on next level. And today I didn't feel that at all. I felt like an old dude today. I mean, I still won my first game of 21, but I didn't win anything after that. I think I just got tired after that first game. Anyway, hey, Diablesso. Hey, AJ, thanks for the weekly cult news. Thanks for the first and not hopefully last super chat tip of the night, AJ. Really super much appreciated. Me and Angie really can't say enough about how much we appreciate you being our friend here, interacting with you, and your amazing patronage. So thank you so much, AJ. Sarah says, yeah, your gym is packed right now, but like clockwork. Yeah, by February 1st, yeah, it'll be different than like the first 2 weeks of January. Yeah, you're seeing it too. Yeah, when I walked through the gym to get to the basketball court, it did look a little bit more crowded today. However, I chalked it up to more so it's a holiday for a lot of people. Next week will be the real tell of if the gym's still crowded with people seeking to lose weight after the holidays. And in fact, I think a lot of people will probably say, I'm going to start next week after the whole New Year's week is over and all that and life's back to normal or whatever. I think that's when you'll really see the gym be kind of crazy for at least a few weeks with people looking to work off all the holidays, naughty foods and stuff. Hey, Lucci Palamba, vegan bongos? I had a pair of bongos for a while. I sold them, I believe. What part about bongos isn't vegan? It's like made out of wood, maybe the glue or something. I'm not sure. The heads, I don't think they were made out of mine. At least mine didn't seem to be made out of an animal product. But hell, I didn't know. I got them in the 90s, so I didn't know what was going on if they weren't. But they seem very vegan-like, vegan-friendly. But you can educate me. Hey, it takes a village. Are y'all going to come with another cookbook or shirts in the New Year's? Probably not a book, but we were always crafting up new shirts like this and stuff. So let me know if you want a link to our. Since you asked, let me just go to our tees store. I don't think Angie's cooked up anything new recently, but let me just go there really quick. Here's all our very different shirts here. We even have the ebooks on sale. So yeah, what's cool about using these guys? As you can put, we can make things like if you want a water bottle, if you want, or a sticker. Anyway, let me put the link to our merch store in the chat so you can check it out and see if there's anything that you may like. All right, so anyway, enough pimping that. Okay, Lucci says bongos can be made of animal skin, but not exclusively. Okay, yeah, I didn't think mine were. Mine were cheap. You probably have to pay more for animal skin stuff, I think. Like leather basketballs cost more than composite basketballs, and like tennis. I remember like gut, it comes from animals or something like that. It costs more than just synthetic strings or something like that. Okay, Graven says the slow mode is way longer than 5 seconds? Really? All right, I'm going to turn it off right now for you, Graven. Let's see if this does anything. 1 second here. All right, I just turned off slow mode. So let me know how that does you, Graven. I'm sorry about that. And if I see like some trolls abusing it, I'll turn it back on, okay? But I'll just have it off for right now. Yes, and gently massage the like button, as Uncle suggests there. Yeah, and Peter's here. I have two moderators too. I have Peter and Uncle, so Peter can take care of them too. So hopefully that works out for you, Graham. But yeah, test it out now. Make another comment. See if you see if it works for you. Yeah, I didn't think I had to hit anything. Yes, yeah, says chat mode. Slow mode is off. So anyway, hopefully I don't know why it's acting weird tonight for you, Graven. My apologies. Just you know how technology is. What's that, Karasu? How should I respond to my dad who asked if vegetables grown with cow poop are vegan? How should I respond? Well, let's take a look at the definition of veganism. So your dad wants to know if they use any kind of animal input. So first of all, let's let your dad know that you are not the farmer. You only could do as much as you possibly... Ooh, where do we go? Here, wow, here we go. Definition of veganism. It's a stance against animal cruelty as far as possible and practicable. So, I mean, yeah, a lot of people don't like the far as possible and practical. A lot of people think it means, oh, if you can't find plants to eat, just go to McDonald's and order a hamburger. It doesn't mean that. It just means as far as possible and practical. You can't control what the farmers do. You don't know if they used cow poop on the foods or not. You don't know unless you ask the farmers. And in most cases, you can't do that. A lot of food is grown via chemical fertilization rather than like organic inputs like that. So you really, really don't know. I mean, I've asked farmers if they use cow poop and stuff at my farmer's market, and the most ones I asked don't, strangely. I don't know if I just got lucky there or anything like that, but tell your dad, we're against animal cruelty and exploitation. Doesn't mean we're perfect or anything like that. Food can be grown without cow poop. One of the favorite fertilizers that at least a few of my farmers at my local farmers market their preferred fertilizer is not cow poop. It's some kind of seaweed or kelp or something like that. So tell your dad, veganism isn't being perfect. You can't control the farming. If they happen to use cow poop, but you don't assume they use cow poop unless you know for sure. And if you have the ability to buy from a competing farmer or a product that didn't use cow poop and use something else, choose them, but it's not like you won't be vegan anymore if you bought something from a farmer that didn't have all veganic inputs, because that's pretty tough to find. Higher with Shaja. I'm not a nutritionist, and I don't give nutrition recommendations or anything like that as far as how to be fertile or anything like that. You might want to consult an actual vegan nutritionist, and if you want, I can put up a website. If you're in California, I think they do telemedicine too. So let me know if you're into that. I kind of forgot the name of the institute off the top of my head. It'll take a few seconds. It's where I went for a vegan cardiologist a few years back. So anyway, I'll look at it. I think it's called the Institute of Plant-Based Medicine. But let me know. I know they have vegan nutritionists, dietitians there. You could talk to them. But yeah, I'm just a music producer, so I'm not going to tell you what to eat to be fertile. I don't think there's any foods that make you more fertile, as far as I understand, as a dumb music producer. Anyone could share their thoughts here. I think, the best thing is a balanced, well-planned vegan diet. The kind of food we eat, we're not under-eating. That should probably be a good start, is my guess, until you can talk to someone that knows more. Yeah, just don't try to diet and eat some kind of raw food diet or something like that. You can balance, sensible vegan diet, lots of varied plants, eat enough calories. I think that's a great starting point, coming from an untrained music producer here. Karasu, you can't fight propaganda like that all that easily. You can show them facts, and that's the best thing. The thing is, a lot of people don't care about facts. If you could ask them, you could ask your dad, what would it take? What kind of information would you find to be sufficient for you to change your mind. And you could show them data, how the United Nations, has ranked climate-friendly diets, vegan and vegetarian #1. You could show them data about greenhouse gas emissions coming again from the United Nations. But, a lot of times, the propaganda from these death industries, animal agriculture, they have tons of money. So they'll just try to say, oh, don't listen to the United Nations. They're stupid. They're left-wing, woke, radical communists. Listen to us. You can trust the meat and dairy industry because we're so on it, So it really comes down if he's even open to hearing evidence-based information, or is he so trapped in his silo of propaganda that there's literally nothing you could tell your dad or show your dad that would move the needle at all. So ask him if there's anything that he could be shown that would persuade him. And then you could go from there. Because if you just have a debate, he says, you say, there's nothing. But if you show him some actual data, that might move the needle a little bit. Conspiracy theorists, too, in my experience, if he's a conspiracy theorist, you're completely effed, right? He'll just gaslight everything away. You don't know that, How do you, no one's ever been outside up on a satellite or spacecraft looking at Earth. We don't know what's right. You just can't argue with that. They'll just gaslight and deny everything. Hey, Peter, what's the stupidest thing I heard last year in terms of anti-vegans? I don't know. Maybe I'll make a video this year of the 5 stupidest anti-vegan things I covered last year. Diablo said, I tell you what I did. I got a little tipsy. That was the main thing. I got a little tipsy, the thing I remember most. But actually, Angie and I, we didn't have it planned, but we somehow got sucked into YouTube and watching a bunch of our favorite K-pop artists that we got into over this year and the past year, and went on Apple Music too and listened to a few songs as well. So we listened to a lot of K-pop that night, actually. So yeah, that's what we were a little buzzed and watching K-pop videos of the past few years. Your dad's also into racist westerns and your mom's becoming a conspiracy theory. I feel sorry for you, Karasu. I truly do. Hopefully you won't be too alienated from them, because that could be tough, having to interact with them, having to feel that kind of, every time you're talking to them, they hates vegans, conspiracy theories, and that could be painful. But they are your parents, so try your best to be cool. Fu Manchu, you walk around carrying pictures of Chairman Mao? Yeah, that's what all us communists do, huh? That's cool, Sarah. Yeah, my mom's pretty non-imposing as well, so I'm blessed with that. Let's see. Oh, Dead Man. That's a great movie, Graven. Yeah, I remember seeing that in the mid-90s when it got released originally. I was traveling, actually. I was in Chicago. Our band just played the Project Fest, the label we were on in the 90s, big festival where they bring all the big bands, and, we were one of the big bands there. And, yeah, played, 1,000-odd people. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I remember after the festival was over, I stayed in Chicago for a few days, and a lady friend took me to go see Dead Man there. Yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it. In fact, Angie and I rewatched it again maybe 5-10 years ago. Yeah, it's Jim Jarmusch, right? Is that right? Or is that the director? Anyway, it's a trippy. It's kind of you have to be watching it. It just doesn't flow like a normal mainstream movie. It's a little jarring, a little bit. It's not completely traditional in its storyline or anything like that, but check it out. Yeah, it's as far as artsy westerns of recent times, that one is up there. Yeah, thanks, Peter, for sharing that. Apple TV, I think it's free right now, January 3rd through the 5th, I think. So if you want to see Apple TV Plus, what kind of shows it has. Severance, one of their hit shows from a few years ago, is coming back, I think, on the 17th. So you won't be able to see those new ones. You can watch the old ones. A lot of cool stuff. Yeah, we don't watch Apple TV all the time, but yeah, we've enjoyed a lot of cool shows on there. I get it free. We have their iCloud Plus subscription or something like that. We have a lot of storage that we, audio, video, photos. So we have like the whole bundle where we get all the stuff for, and we use Apple Music too. So it all works out. Okay, I was right about Jim Jarmusch being the director. That's what I thought. And yeah, he's one of my favorite directors actually. He made that movie I rave about all the time from like 2012 or so. Tom Hiddleston's masterpiece of an acting movie. Only Lovers Left Alive. I tell you, if you watch that movie, I'm that dude. I'm the Tom Hiddleston guy, 100%. I'm not literally a vampire like he is in the movie, but if you watch that, you'll understand your cult leader a little bit better. In fact, Angie's a lot like him too. When we first saw it, we were just blown away. Like, whoa, this is our lives. We kind of live like these vampires too. But check it out, Only Lovers Left Alive. It's a alliteration from Shakespeare, that title. Yeah, I don't have TV either, sir. I cut cable long before it was trendy. I want to say a decade ago. I don't even think, yeah, I mean, it's been a long time. We've always been to like streaming and video on the internet. So yeah, before there were even like Netflix and all that stuff, we were streaming video, watching video podcasts and the like. So yeah, I don't, that's one piece of technology that my mom is better than me at. When I go to her house and she has the cable remote, and that thing is crazy. Have you seen cable remotes, guys? They're huge. They're like I don't know, over a foot tall and like 100 buttons, it seems. I don't know what the hell's going on. She knows how to get to her channels. I don't know what's going on. I was just there last week trying to fix something on her TV, and I had to restart the cable box. And when it came on, I didn't know how to get it going. She did, but anyway, yeah, I don't understand television. I just stream stuff, basically. I don't have cable, haven't had cable. You never had cable in your 34 years of being an adult? Yeah, I think we had some when we moved in here like 20 odd years ago, but yeah, we cut it after, probably around 2000, I don't know, somewhere in the late 2000s. By 2010, I think it was all gone. Yeah, cable does exist, and it's really expensive because I see my mom's got it at her house. They have it's a huge bill. They have like a big cable package, telephone, all bundled in, internet. It's crazy expensive. You don't even watch Netflix either, Johnny? Yeah, we just kind of have it. It comes bundled with our cell phone service. So, that's cool, It's the ad version of it, but it's free. But if you got cable like Fu Manpu does, totally cool. If you enjoy it, you get value out of it, cool. Yeah, I was just happy to cut the cable because I thought it was so expensive, and we only watched like a couple channels. And I know like they pay every one of those channels a cut, of your subscription. And it's like I don't watch them all. I just kind of watch 3 channels. So, once streaming became more of an option, and you could like watch Comedy Central online or whatever. It's like, cool, we're gone. Yeah, this is back before there were even good TV streamers like Roku or Apple TV even. I mean, I was just watching stuff on our laptops or something like that, I may have had like a little Mac Mini hooked up to the TV for a while, trying to use that as a streamer, and I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. It was a pain in the ass when I remember. I really like our little Apple TV box. It's really cool. But yeah, you can use anything. Fire Sticks, Roku, all those are great. I'm part of the Apple ecosystem, and I like how I can listen to Apple Music on it super easy. That's probably where I listen to Apple Music the most, actually. I mean, I listen on my iPad and my desktop, but yeah, I like listening on the TV as well. Just kick back on the couch. I tell you, on New Year's Eve, we're watching all these K-pop videos on YouTube. And I said, oh, this song actually has a good... there's not a good video for it, but just listen on Apple Music. Just switch right over that, without doing much, just hitting a couple buttons to a different app. Yeah, sir, how do you do with baseball, huh? I know baseball can be tricky. So during baseball season, you get games through MLB streaming. Then for postseason, you get YouTube TV for 1 month and then cancel after the World Series. Yeah, there's some good hacks, yeah. I mean, isn't that how a lot of people use streaming services? Like you'll like right now, I paid for what's that called, Showtime, because they got Dexter. That's one of our favorite shows from the past, so we saw there's Dexter, A New Blood, so we'll watch all of the Dexters, and then while we're at it, I remember I was watching Billions a few years back, and our Showtime subscription ended, so it's cool. As we wait for new Dexters, we're watching the last 2 seasons of Billions that we're totally behind on. And I predict in about a month or two, when Dexter's over, we'll cancel it. So that's what's kind of cool. I guess after that, we'll get Hulu, because I want to watch, I think there's a new seasons of Only Murders in the Building. Is that what it's called? Anyway, you know that show with Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. I like them. I think they're funny as hell. So yeah, we'll watch that later. Hey, Angie's here. Woo! Nope, haven't seen Crispiracy yet, Peter. I'm that lazy. I'm too lazy to try to hook up my laptop or actually it's Angie's laptop or my iPad to the TV. I just can't be bothered. Dexter, I think, drops around Sunday-ish, Angie. Sunday or Monday. So we'll see another Dexter really soon. That's one of our guilty pleasures is Dexter. I don't know why. I know why, except for the first season of the original series. And the last one where they filmed it in the mountains. They film it in our home city here. We see stuff all the time. We see filming happen all the time. I know where Rita's house was. You guys remember his girlfriend from the first few seasons? I used to jog by her house all the time. I mean, we see Deb when she had a beach house. I was on my jogging path. We saw them filming one time. We saw him and his blonde girlfriend from later, not Lumen, but the other one, and Dr. Vogel. We saw them all standing out in front of this house. It's cool. So it's cool. We have and sometimes we'll be going somewhere and we'll see like some cars marked like Miami-Dade Police. Like, they're doing Dexter filming today. Yeah, there's a new spinoff called Dexter: A First Blood, where what's the Hall Michael? What's the actor's name? Anyway, he's still doing the voice. He's narrating, so you can hear his thoughts. But it's Dexter younger. He just got hired onto the Miami Police Department. So yeah, it's like a backstory of how his first years, his first experiences as a forensics blood guy on the Miami-Dade Police Department. And Christian Slater is the dad. He plays that dad wonderfully, Harry. So anyway, yeah, check it out. Dexter New Blood is Friday, so it might be already tonight. Well, thanks for sharing that, Graven. Maybe Angie and I will watch Dexter tonight if it's out. Cool. We love Dexter. Yeah, as soon as we saw Dexter was coming, like, hell yeah, we're not going to wait. We're just going to get it. I think I waited a week or so there would be a few episodes up, and then we just, binge watch like 3 episodes in a row. Yeah, but we did for New Year's. I forgot to mention. I mentioned how I got a little more drunk than I would have liked to. Not barfing drunk, but enough to get a stupid hangover the next day. We listened and watched some really great K-pop that made us feel really, really, really good. And then we had tamales. How could I forget Shane's tamales and rice? Yeah, we got like half a dozen tamales, a big thing of Spanish rice, and had that on New Year's. Had our champagne, a champagne from Northern California, Russian River Valley. It's a sparkling champagne made the same way that the French winemakers make champagne. It was a fun little chill New Year's. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Sarah. If you just wait till all the shows are out, or at least can time it when the last show's out, maybe get it a week before then, because you can't binge watch them all in a day, right? It's tough. So, yeah, I know what you're saying. Try to have it for as short as possible. Oh, gosh, Angie. Well, I forgot the name of the winery. I have the bottle still. I want to, look them up. A lot of these wineries, they have, like, Instagrams. You can follow them and stuff like that. But they were, it was bottled in Healdsburg, but I forgot the name of the winery. Let's see. Yeah, and there is some gore on Dexter, but I think they do it in a way, it's not like horror movies, those teen horror movies where they have sex and they kill everyone and stuff like that. It's not like that. It's not a bunch of gratuitous killing and stuff like that. They just show he'll show him like move his knife off camera. They see some blood splatter. It's usually it. It's Angie and I don't like gross, gory stuff at all, and we could tolerate Dexter. So it is a little. It's kind of a crazy show, but it's not that graphically. As far as like what modern people are used to, it's not that bad. Fu Man Tipu says, the real Miami-Dade is a vile hellhole. I've never been. I always thought Miami would look kind of like a what's that, like a big party city or something like that. A lot of nightlife and stuff like that. Yeah, Dexter kills the bad people. Here's how it was first described to me by one of my favorite actresses of the time, Autumn Reeser. She's like from the OC. She's done a whole bunch of Hallmark movies. And she said it's a series about a serial killer who kills other serial killers. So that's kind of the plot right there. And he kills like... He's justified, at least he thinks, in the people that he kills. He intentionally does the research to make sure they're bad people. They're just horrible monsters killing all these innocent people. And he feels he's doing a duty to society by removing them from society. So anyway, I won't give him any more spoilers. That's kind of the gist of Dexter. Oh, and Sarah, thanks for sending me that info about your bestie. I knew your bestie did had an amazing resume regarding music credits and production. So thanks for sending that, though. Yeah, he didn't need to do that. I'm just little old me here. He didn't need to prove himself to me. But yeah, I'll get that out. Things can get might be kind of complicated for me for the next few days to a week. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I'll have some time to make those stems for bestie. Oh, your bestie's aunt lives in Miami. You want to visit? Yeah, see if you can get a trip out there. I've never been anywhere near there. Let's see. This is funny, Sarah. Your neighbors were drinking whiskey on New Year's Eve. You tasted it for the very first time. It was very gross to me, but you don't drink. To be completely honest, too, Sarah, I don't think I've ever sat down and had a whiskey. Like, I never went to a bar. Get me a whiskey. Get me a Jack or Jim Beam. I don't even know what whiskey brands are called. Anyway, I've smelled whiskey up close a few times, and I thought it seemed more like something you would put on a wound or cut rather than drink. But I'm with you. I don't find the sensory experience of whiskey all that palatable, and I can't say for sure I've ever drank whiskey. Maybe it was blended into a mixed drink or something before, but I've just never said, hey, let's have some whiskey. You got whiskey, bro? Let me share and swig off that or something like that. You just tasted it. It was a tiny sip. Yeah, maybe I did that, but yeah, I'm not never really partied with whiskey. Let's see. Fu Man likes J and B. What is J and B? Is that Jim Beam and Diet Dr. Pepper? Okay, yeah, Johnny. Yeah, you have you live in Florida. At least you did for a while, right? Miami is a large party city, but in most places in that county isn't the best. You live in a county just north of Miami. Okay, I still live out there. Okay, awesome. Let's see. Diabloso says whiskey gets better the more you drink. Okay, I'll take your word for that. Whiskey is good in old fashions. I've never heard of that, AJ. Soji, I don't really know much about like spirits, and drinking and stuff like that. Scotch, again, that's another thing, Fu Man Poo. I don't think I've ever said, hey, I want some scotch. Can I have a glass or bottle of scotch? I've never done that. All right, Karasu the Dreamer. Well, good luck to you dealing with your parents. And just understand they probably will never understand your position on veganism. But like I said, ask your dad if he's open to seeing some facts and if that would actually make any difference whatsoever, or maybe it won't. And if it won't, why waste your time? Why waste his time for that matter? But yeah, good night, Karasu. Thanks for asking those questions. Ooh, I've never heard of that kind of alcohol, Johnzuk. Yeah, I don't really like... Alcohol just sounds gross right now. It's been a few days since New Year's Eve, and I'm still like, alcohol doesn't sound appealing to me right now. Any kind of alcohol. But yeah, kids out there, don't drink. You'll get hungover and feel like crap for a few days. Unless that just happens because I'm old. Yeah, that's what I think too. When I remember smelling whiskey before, I go, I don't want to drink this. It smelled like a poison or like I tell you, like medicine. You'd pour it on a wound that you want to disinfect and kill all the crap, bacteria or whatever. It didn't seem like, oh yeah, I want to drink that. That was not a reaction my brain gave me. But maybe I'm just a weirdo. Let's see. Foods to take along in a car trip. Are you here, Angie? Because Les B wants to know foods that we take along in car trips. I'm trying to. We haven't gone on any long car trips for a while. But one thing I like to get on Amazon. I forgot. I think the brand is Nature's Bakery. There's these little fig bars. They come in all sorts of different flavors. Stuff like that. You don't have to get that brand. But I'm just saying some kind of little relatively healthy bar of food or something like that. I've thrown bananas in. You got to eat them relatively soon. You don't want to eat them like 8 hours in a road trip. They'll go bad probably from the sun and heat. What else has Angie packed for us? Angie, are you here? It's been a long time. Last time we really did a lengthy road trip was like before COVID. Yeah, we've gone places, but we've not gone that far. Like say just like a couple hours rather than like a 5-hour trip or something like that. On a 2-hour trip, maybe I'll snack a few little things on the way, but we're going somewhere where we know we're going to be eating at. So, gosh, I can't give you any good tips right now. Okay, Graven has the idea of chickpea wraps. Toss them in a cooler is your go-to road trip food. Fu Man Poo. Yeah, I hope we got billions of brain cells. And hopefully I didn't destroy too many brain cells drinking booze in my 20s and stuff like that. So hopefully I got enough to get me through to, however long I'm going to be on this planet for. Yeah, it sucks, Lucci. You're reading the ingredients. Oh, this is vegan. Like, oh, why did they put honey in this for? That doesn't help it in any way. Johnson adds, alcohol gets rid of paint off metal. Imagine what it does to your intestines. Let's see. Sarah's got her tips for road trips. I bring braised tofu chunks, cut up veggies, hummus, fruit, peanut, and peanut butter. Oh yeah, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, something like that. I've taken that a bunch of times on road trips. Made a few PBJ sandwiches. Yeah, that's a good, easy one. Cool. Les has some ideas, and there's more. These are just the first ones that came up. First things we thought of. There's way more ideas out there. Saying we did not give you a complete and exhaustive list of handy vegan road trip car foods. Crane bells, not brain cells. That's how I feel today too. I feel so tired today, man. I really think it was that alcohol from New Year's Eve. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, and you also travel with a NutriBullet, Sarah, and vegetables. I do a blended salad daily to make sure you get your veg. That's really cool. I never thought about getting a little NutriBullet for trips. The thing is, I don't do many trips anymore. I told you the last time I spent the night away from this house, was before COVID, Even with my mom being sick in the hospital and stuff, I never spent the night away. I always came back here and stuff. Fu Man Poo says weed regenerates neurons. We need a source cited on that one. Yeah, Gyre H guys. I'm feeling tired because I'm vegan. It had nothing to do with I'm drinking more booze or anything. I know you're just joking. I know anything that is not anything that haters perceive as not being perfect about a vegan. It's because you're vegan. It's like, no, I drank more than I probably should have on New Year's Eve, and my body's not used to it because I don't do that ever. So that's what I get for picking a really delicious sparkling rosé champagne. It was just irresistible. It's so freaking good. Oh, Graven, good to see you. I'm glad you could join us. You might be busy or tired. You both were good to see you. I'm feeling a bit tired too. But anyway, thanks for being here, Graven. Always good to see you. And I'm glad you figured out the slow mode thing for you. It was, we turned it off and you were able to chat again. Let's see. Sarah says, watch the documentary Orange Sunshine. Features your friends Mike and Carol. Wait, Orange Sunshine rings a bell, Sarah. Just give me the quickest, briefest summary of what Orange Sunshine is. Let's see. Peter, your mom thinks you're going to have a nutritional deficiency because of your vegan diet. Because a friend of yours stopped being vegan because they had low iron and had to add in fish. why don't they just take a freaking iron supplement? You know, if they were indeed low in iron, and that's true if you're vegan or not vegan, just take a supplement. Why eat the middleman? Why eat fish when you just take a supplement and just get it for sure? That is really weird. That's just a weird thought. Did a doctor tell your vegan friend to do that? Yes, I saw that. It's about Owsley, right? Yeah, who lived with the Grateful Dead. He brewed up more LSD in the 60s than anyone in the world. Yes, I remember that from, I've seen it a ways back. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I can't remember too much about it, but I was familiar with Owsley before that, you know, just because I am from California, San Francisco and the Grateful Dead and all that. So anyway, yeah, the OG, real deal, San Francisco Summer of Love. Yeah, making millions of hits of LSD back in the day. Fu Man, you loved LSD. I was kind of like, about LSD. I was never a huge fan. Once I discovered psilocybin mushrooms, I go, this is the way. It's you know how much is in it roughly, rather than on a little tiny little sheet. You never know if the chemist put on 100 micrograms, and these are micrograms, not milligrams. It's really hard to precisely measure micrograms. So they put on 300 micrograms or 500, because the difference in what you'll experience from like 150 micrograms to say 450 micrograms is crazy different. Mushrooms, you can at least eat them, and you're not tripping for like 13 hours or anything like that. It lasts way too long. So yeah, you're not dependent on the skills of a unknown chemist. If you know a hip chemist, then you can trust that person. But I don't know chemists that do that sort of thing. If you have a hip chemist, then your mileage may vary. Aha, I know the Brotherhood of Eternal Love, Sarah. Yeah, they're from down here. They're based in Laguna Beach, California. And there was a documentary about them too. That's not the same documentary, right? The one you're talking about, or was it? Because I remember seeing one about them, but I've read all about them. I think I read a book about them too a long time ago, or maybe that was the same movie. I can't remember. But yeah, they're basically a drug trafficking cult, and they were part of this vegan restaurant that's been in Laguna Beach since the 1970s, the Stand, and it sadly closed down like a year or so ago. Angie and I were bummed. We loved going there when we were in the Laguna Beach area. Okay, different docs. That's what I thought. I thought there were two different docs about Owsley and the LSD and the Brotherhood. What's their name again? I was going to mix up. Brotherhood of Eternal Love. Sounds like a great name, but they did some mean, bad stuff too. Yeah, John's like, yeah, just don't do LSD, people. Just save yourself. But it does save yourself from depression. And psilocybin probably would have been just as effective, I'm guessing there. And again, you can control your dosage. You can not be tripping all the time. And you can microdose too. I know I've seen a lot of research saying that microdosing on LSD or psilocybin is helps with positive mental health. I can't say I've tried any experiments with that, but yeah, I think, there's some research indicating that from what I understand. You do your own research. Don't take my word for it. Oh, Jonathan B. Yeah, we don't like to talk about that guy in the chat here, just for that very reason. I don't want to stir the pot. I'm someone who's like totally like, like that. You never know what they're going to do. So we'll just kind of not talk about him. He's kind of scary. It's Sarah. Your hippie friends are 80 and still trip regularly. Good for them. Awesome. Your composition can't handle it. Brain is too active. I'm with you on that. Even though hopefully once my life kind of settles down again, I'm dealing with some weird family crap. And it's just too much right now. So anyway, hopefully once that settles sometime this year, as it probably should, maybe I can think about doing something like that to kind of like reset. Maybe I'll do a little fast like Sarah does. I don't know. Well, I got to do something to kind of like come out of it a new person kind of thing. So we'll see how it all turns out. Let's see, Lucci, you prefer to avoid prison, but if it was legal, you'd be microdosing every day. Where do you live, Lucci? Because out here in California, I don't think anyone goes to prison for like growing mushrooms in their house for personal use and taking it for like personal microdosing reasons. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a lawyer or anything like that, but I think it's fairly tolerated here. If you have a commercial grow or something like that, maybe something different. And if you buy them in the open market for personal use, you're probably not going to go to prison. If you're distributing, yeah, it's a whole nother matter. And you shouldn't go to jail for that sort of thing, I don't think, either. They should be decriminalized, in my opinion, stuff like that. But anyway, let's move on. You don't want my wacky communist beliefs. At least some of you guys don't. I'm not a communist. I was using that phrase sarcastically. Yeah, uncle. I know in many places there's legalized psychedelic therapies and stuff. So I'm just not sure. I haven't been following like which states have it, and which don't, but it's out there, ketamine therapy. It's out there. I've seen religious organizations practice like, say, ayahuasca ceremonies under some kind of legal protection. I saw in San Francisco, they had a place that had, I think it was LSD, or I can't remember, a psychedelic plant of some kind. I thought they were getting busted by the city, not for that, but just like they were getting code violations that were piling up on the expenses for them. They were having to move. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, there's legal ways to do that sort of thing. And see, Heidi, they tried to legalize it in Boston recently, but voted no recently. What? Try to legalize what? Psychedelics? There's a difference between legalization and decriminalization. That's how marijuana first got legalized. I remember it was decriminalized, and then later on it became legal. And I'm not sure where I stand on psychedelics and legalization. It's a complicated issue, but I believe in at least decriminalization. You shouldn't go to jail for, taking some psilocybin mushrooms, especially ones you grew for yourself. Like, again, where is the victim in that crime? You? No, you intentionally did it for you. Society? No, there's no victim. So I have a huge problem where you receive punishment for not having victimized or exploited or done something wrong to a tangible person or organization out there. So that's my take on that, on decriminalization. Again, I truly believe in freedom. Like people who drape themselves in freedom flags, I truly believe in freedom. You should be able to grow your own psilocybin mushrooms if you want, and you're not harming anyone, you're not ripping anyone off, you're doing it for yourself. There is no victim. There is no crime. And therefore, you shouldn't go to jail. That's my opinion. If you disagree, totally cool. I'm not going to fight you on or anything. That's how your cult leader thinks about freedom. Don't drive high. That's abusing it, Peter. Absolutely. I'm saying if you're doing it at home by yourself, just like you shouldn't drink and drive. You shouldn't be driving in an altered state of consciousness. It's dangerous for society. There you have victims. You're potentially harming other innocent people, potentially harming yourself. You have victims. As soon as you get behind a vehicle, you're driving and operating a potentially deadly weapon. But if you're sitting at home with the bean bags and black lights on and everything, like Greg Brady's trip room, in the Brady Bunch, there's no victims. No one could get harmed. Bend is full of drunks. Sorry to hear that, sir. Drunks are annoying. I tell you, a few weeks ago, about a month ago, a drunk around midnight or so smashed into a fire hydrant here, and it just went shooting up like 100 feet in the air. It was running for like maybe 30 minutes before the fire department came and finally shut it off. We must have lost 1 million gallons of water that night. A drunk hit it. I know. We heard him. They yelled something. Then went outside. This bumper was just laying there. He just drove off. He hit it and split. I'm going, what is he going to tell his car insurance? I woke up and look, my car's all smashed. My bumper's not here. Like, how do you lose your bumper if someone if he's going to claim, I was parked outside and someone smashed into me and my bumper magically disappeared into thin air. Anyway, drunks driving, not a good combo. Wow, 35 breweries there, Sarah. I'm hoping where I want to live, and Sarah knows where it's at. Hopefully, I know it's a wine area, so hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it's different than like brewery people. I'm just hoping people. I just wonder what New Year's is like in wine country. Hopefully it's chill. Like people are lively and happy, but not like abusing it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm years off from being in that kind of situation. Probably, if ever. We'll see if my dream comes true. Oh, Les, you got some recommendations about protein powders? Cool. Awesome. I need to call up Clean Machine and have a FaceTime with them. They were trying to get me a few months ago, back when my mom was in the hospital, and I put them off, and I haven't reached back out. So I'll do that. You like that little picture I painted there with the beanbag, Sarah? Imaginary place where someone would be tripping. I know it's a destination for drinkers. I went there before as a tourist. I just hope it won't be that annoying. I mean, I wasn't planning to live in the middle of the city. I couldn't afford it anyway. It's one of the more expensive areas to live in those fancy old houses in the middle of the city. I was going to live out in the outskirts a little bit where it's a little cheaper. Still within the city limits. But anyway, we'll see if that ever happens. I sure hope it does. Why isn't alcohol illegal when it's more harmful, not only to people's bodies, but to society at large? Probably because there's a lot of money involved, right? And it's the only altered state of consciousness that's pretty much tolerated by Western society at large. I don't think a lot of people could deal with alcohol being illegal. We had the prohibition, and there's all sorts of crap that happened then. So I think it's just so ingrained into our culture here, unfortunately. Special interests, lobbying, a lot of money. They make a lot of money. I don't see it going away anytime soon, despite its obvious health issues, obvious dangers to society. I don't think it's going anywhere. Let's see, Sarah, a lot of studies coming out now about alcohol and cancer. Wow. Yeah, I've seen we've all heard these things, like certain drinks, like say the tannins in red wine help with cardiovascular health and stuff like that. And we're talking about like weaker wines, not super high alcoholic content, like a table wine, having it, in moderation. I hate that word, but that's really what I think how wine can help. I'm not promoting this to like cure heart disease, but yeah, cancer though. Wow, that's I gotta check that out. The alcohol is good for the industry is dangerous. Yeah, I don't want to be promoting that message, so don't get me wrong. I'm not going down that road. But I think that those studies seem to be credible from what I can tell. Again, they're promoting like weak wines and small amounts. Not the stuff that gets you drunk, not the stuff that, you come home and beat your family and that, nothing like that. Yeah, you can eat grapes, I guess, right, Sarah? Just eat, again, you don't need to have the fermented product, just eat the original one. I don't think the fermentation adds much to its good things. I'm sure there's some good things in it. Just like I said, I'm sure there's good stuff in heroin, and poppies, but it doesn't mean you should do heroin just because there's good stuff. I say that because a lot of people come here, hey, all you vegans, don't you know meat has all sorts of nutrients and vitamins? Yeah, we know eating meat isn't like eating a brick or a piece of plastic. Yeah, I'm sure there's nutrients in meat. No one's denying that. However, it doesn't mean it's good for you just because you say there's nutrients and therefore it's good and you should eat it. You could use that same argument to promote heroin. I'm sure there's some nutrients in heroin, but this doesn't follow, therefore eat it. It's healthy. Have all the heroin you want. So anyway, yeah, we're talking about some strange things again tonight. Anyway, what else you guys talking about here? Okay, I see AJ giving some more protein powder tips there. Ghost protein powder has a cinnamon flavor. Oh, check that out. I got to get in touch with Clean Machine. I want to see what they're making as far as a duckweed protein powder. I even if they had it ready now, I probably wouldn't be able to take much advantage of it. I just don't really have a lot of time right now or desire to go lift in my cold garage, uninsulated. It kind of sucks working out in a room that's like 51 degrees. It's not that inspiring this time of year. I wish I had some insulation out there. Wow, that sounds fun, Peter. Thanks for advertising. The Victoria International Vegan Film Festival on January 25th. Let's see. Favorite vegan multivitamin. I'm not taking it right now. I got to make another order. Yeah, I'll show you my favorite vegan multivitamin. It's a little expensive because it's cheap, but it's expensive for me because I don't live in England. What I do is I've noticed when I order like a quantity of one, the postage is the same if I order 2 or 3. So I just order a whole bunch. I order them in bulk is what I'm saying. So the postage hit isn't that bad. It's from the makers of the definition of veganism, the vegan multivitamin designed for vegans. Let's go check it out. The not the baby. I don't know why when you hit it, it takes you to the toddler one. But yeah, these orange tablets, they kind of smell like durian a little bit. You know, they're kind of cool. But yeah, I like to get I need to get a new order of these in pretty soon. These are my favorite ones. And let's see what they have in them. They got vitamin B12, vitamin D3, iodine, selenium, B2, B6, and folic acid. And they're really cheap. Not factoring into the postage. It's like, maybe the price has gone up since I did this. It was like 10 cents a day. Maybe it's a little bit more now with inflation, but that's my favorite one from the Vegan Society. So yeah, check them out. I said, if you just order a few, order several, hit like 3 quantity so the postage will like be more economical. That's my hack. Oh, Milo, you've been diagnosed with throat cancer? Oh man, sorry to hear that. How long ago? Is this a new thing, or is this something you've been dealing with for quite a while? And you started smoking weed to help with the pain. Oh, I'm sorry that you have pain. Yeah, you could smoke weed. Yeah, Sarah turned me on to the CBD gummies if you have something like that around. Sorry to hear that, Milo. Foo, you only leave the cave to go to the grocery store? Let's see. Heidi says, Ryan, you had to recommend Monsta band. Monsta X, a Korean band. In fact, that's one of the bands that we listened to a few songs on New Year's Eve. Night View. I tell you, check out Night View by Monsta X. One of my favorite songs I discovered in 2024. I think it was from 2021, but yeah, my favorite is it's one of the best songs I found this year. Anyway, what'd you say? What were you saying about them, Heidi? I made notes to tell you, I like the Gambler song of theirs. Angie has made a playlist of a bunch of their songs. And we listen to it all the time when we're out driving, so I don't know the names of them too much because I'm focusing more on the what am I saying? I'm focusing on the road rather than the okay, let me see. Here's the Monsta X playlist. Let's see if we have Gambler in it. Let me take a look-see here. Rotate. Okay, no, we don't have that one in that playlist. Cool, I'm glad you found a song that you like there. Yeah, Graven is a Monsta X fan too. She's gone already, but ever she mentioned that she's a Monsta X fan. But yeah, that's one of my favorite songs, Monsta X, Night View. It's been living rent free in my head for like a month. I can't get it out. The only thing that gets it out is the other song. They have a live version of a song called Secrets. It's on a Korean show called It's Live. It's Live is brilliant. If anyone's into K-pop, what the show does is they get like traditional K-pop bands and put them together with an amazing band, like world-class band. And the band's really soulful and funky. And they made the Monsta X song Secrets just amazing. It's a great song before, but the band made it like perfect. Anyway, yeah, those 2 songs have been living rent-free in my head for quite a while now. Okay, Heidi, you checked out Night View too. It's nice too. You get why I like it. It has a good sound. Yeah, that's my kind of vibe. That kind of beautiful, sad kind of thing. It's kind of slower tempo. Even though it's kind of a house song, it's kind of a slower, less like slower than 120 BPM. It's just kind of an average BPM for house music. I would guess maybe it's 110 or something like that. Anyway, super chill, beautiful melodies, beautiful lyric line, cool synthesizers. Yeah, I dig that song. Anyway, let's see. Protostop Pills. Hey, I haven't seen you in a long time. Let's see. Random question, but aren't your T levels still good? I don't know if you mentioned that in my blood test, but yeah, I got my T levels tested 2 or 3 times. they're not standard in a blood test. You have to ask for them. If you're doing it on your own, you got to pay for it. It's just not, it's included. You got to, it's extra work for the lab techs. Anyway, yeah, my T levels, all the times I got them measured are pretty much the same. They're like the levels of a dude that's like 29, 30 years old. I don't get any shots in the butt or do any testosterone replacement therapy like a lot of older dudes do. It's just what they are. Yeah, so yeah, as far as I know, they're still good. I haven't got them tested. Last time, I got it tested like maybe when I was like 53 or 4, something like that. And I'm like 57 now, so I don't think they've all gone to shit in that time. If they stayed high all these years that I'm old and vegan, they're probably still around the same. But anyway, let's see. I think I missed a few more questions there. Yeah, good question to Milo. Yeah, if he's got throat cancer, wouldn't smoking kind of irritate the throat, maybe make things worse? Yeah, the gummies, if you can get them, would be sounds like a more ideal way to get any kind of pain relief. And that too, you can have it formulated. I tell you, what Sarah turned me on to were these CBD gummies. Actually, it's equal parts THC, CBD, CBN, so they're really chill. They don't really get you too like buzzed or whatever the word would be. Well, Uncle says, I know a friend that got diagnosed with throat cancer 10 years ago. They gave him 6 months, but he's still here and doing well. He did radiation and chemotherapy. Well, thanks for passing that good news on, that positive news on to Milo. Lucci, you have ADHD, so you need a BPM of 140 plus to listen to the whole song? No, I'm the opposite of that. 140 BPM can be kind of chill if you're doing some kind of breakbeat / drum and bass music, because in like drum and bass, because I produced my share of drum and bass songs over the years. It's kind of a what's that called? Polyrhythms. Even though the BPM might be 140, you could be doing a lot of grooves that are half speed. You could have these like synthesizers and guitars working more like it's half that, 70 BPM. So you have these, faster percussive elements going 140, but you have a lot of music underneath going at 70 BPM. It's really cool. I was mystified by that so much I dedicated my 1998 album Flux, like half of it's drum and bass, atmospheric guitar-oriented drum and bass. Okay, Produce Not Pills. I see. That's why you asked the question about testosterone replacement, or how my testosterone is doing, because you said you're watching a channel. He has more of a carnivore type diet, and he's just announced now he's doing testosterone replacement therapy, like Joe Rogan, who's my age exactly. We're both born in the same year. He gets testosterone shots in the ass, and mine are strong just naturally. And he's around my age. So sad. Well, it happens. Not everyone in their 50s, regardless if they're vegan or not, has, the testosterone levels of a dude that's 29. I'm just lucky, I guess. I don't know. And Heidi's is letting Milo know that she's a breast cancer survivor. So thanks for sharing that, Heidi. What happens Sunday? Sidetown happens in person via text or calls. I must have missed what you said before that. Wow, Travis, that sounds horrible. Your dad got holes in his mouth and missing teeth from chewing tobacco. Yeah, I know chewing tobacco. Is that like the worst, like the most destructive way of ingesting tobacco? Hey, Foo, well, go enjoy your guitar. If you're not too tired, go rock out on your new Telecaster. Now there's Milo. You never tried to eat gummies. Hawaii only has medical cannabis. It costs $300 to enter a dispensary. Whoa, I didn't know that. Well, in the dispensaries is where you can get other forms of cannabis other than smokable. Yeah, that's where I go and get the commercially produced vegan, all vegan gummies. So yeah, that's kind of harsh though. $300 to get into a dispensary? Wow, California never had a requirement like that. Even back when it was medical only. Now it's medical and recreational, which means anyone over the age of 21 can go in. But there's never been a requirement in this state to have a membership that costs money. You need a membership. They need to register who you are and stuff like that in their database at the dispensaries or whatever you want to call them. But they've never charged like $300 or anything for that matter. So I'm sorry to hear about that. That sucks. Okay, Sunday Side Town. Yeah, how do we deal when a non-vegan spams a bunch of incorrect or flawed arguments against you so quickly that you can't respond to them and overwhelms you? Well, I don't let that happen, but you can share it because I have my rules here. Oops, wrong one. My rules here for live stream engagement. Basically, number 3, if I have someone who's an anti-vegan and they're trying to debunk veganism, I will only allow them to say one thing. Don't bring up new claims. Don't come here and throw poop on my walls and flinging poop like a chimpanzee at a zoo. No, if you brought up a claim, we're going to put it on the wall for everyone to see. I'm going to hold you to it, not let you deflect and distract and move on to other stuff. If you came here and brought something up, we're going to discuss that thing. We're not going to keep letting you, what about this? What about that? No, you're the one that brought up that vegans are all losing their hair or whatever stupid thing. So anyway, that's how I deal with it here. You can't do that exactly in real life because, you know, I'm in charge of the live stream, but that's how I handle it in this particular context. Let's see, produce not pills. You can check your T levels anytime you want. Well, yeah, if I can get a blood test and convince my doctor to write down testosterone test. I had to, you know, it's not automatic, like I said. If you pay for it, yeah, you can get it done anytime you want. But I think a comprehensive blood panel like that has everything and testosterone, a little too rich for my pockets. Yeah, it was a rough start to the new year, Peter. Yeah, Hawaii, New Orleans, Las Vegas. And it's quite possible, Sarah, that Dr. Bear was abducted by aliens. I sure hope she comes back sometime. That's our little burp there. Oh, Sarah, gifted 5 Happy Healthy Vegan memberships. Whoo, thank you, Sarah. Very kind and generous of you. Let's see who's getting one. Werner got one. Devin got one. Sane Millennial got one. Getaway Sounds got one. And one more. We should get one more. Come on, YouTube, don't cheap out. Where's our next one? Huh. And all you guys I just mentioned, where are you guys? Are you guys just silently watching, lurking in the background? That's totally cool. I don't use lurking in a negative sense. I'm just saying, come, join, say hello. You know, speak up. But if that's not you, I mean, I'm an introvert. I get it. You know, I watch people's live streams all the time and don't say anything. But say something. Say hello. So Sunday Side Town, yeah, how to deal with anti-vegan just flinging poop on the wall, just what about this, what about that, whataboutism. Yeah, thanks. I guess the solution is to make your own YouTube channel about veganism, not being sarcastic. You want to do it that way too. Yeah, we can control that sort of thing. Make rules. Don't let people just be able to say 10 things, all completely insane and unsupported by any evidence whatsoever. Just give me your best argument and we'll look at that. And if they throw a bunch out, I'm just going to look at the first one or whichever one I found the most interesting. But yeah, just keep them on point here. Rule number 3, if they're going to try to debunk veganism, bring up one claim or one argument or one piece of evidence at a time. Do not allow them to move on to something completely different until we've analyzed and looked at the first thing that they brought up. Hold them accountable for their nonsense. Let's see. So Carl talking about, how Produce Not Pill said, it's easy to get a testosterone test. Carl says your doctor won't prescribe you T-test either. Says you're too healthy. You're just curious, but you don't want to pay for it. So yeah, if you pay for it, you can get anything you want, but you know, that's what health insurance is supposed to do. It's supposed to take care of a lot of this stuff for us. Yeah, Sarah, I wish we could pick who gets the memberships. But hopefully some of the people who just got gifted and are lurkers, and again, I'm not saying that in a bad way, will come out and say hello and be part of our chill vegan community here. And if you're not vegan, this live stream isn't just for vegans. It's for people who are vegan curious, vegan open-minded, vegetarian, whatever, you know. Just as long as you're not hateful and a jerk, you can come and hang and chill with us. Let's see. The person in Vegas I heard was an active duty special forces soldier who was stationed in Germany. Okay, I didn't hear the Germany part, but I heard he was an active special duty soldier. Wow. And Sarah says, yeah, for all the new members, We don't bite, at least not too hard. We're pretty chill. Yeah, are you guys bots? If you're not, come on and just say hi. Prove that you're real humans if you can. Yeah, it didn't seem to pick 5 people, which is weird. You notice that too, Travis. I was waiting for that 5th person, and it never came up, which is maybe there's a rational explanation for that. I wouldn't know it off the top of my head. Yeah, only 4. So we got ripped off. So we got ripped off a little bit there, Sarah. Sidetown Sunday. The most annoying thing is when you debunk something, they move on to a different argument. You debunk that. No, we don't let them fling poop at the walls. I'll say, give me your best argument. I cannot give you all my time here. I have right now 51 people on. Sometimes I have 81 people on, whatever, Anyway, my point is, yeah. Okay, I gave them their opportunity to try to debunk veganism. We put their words up for all to see. We analyzed it using critical thinking and evidence-based information and showed that their crazy assertion was just that, a crazy, unsupported assertion. And we go, thank you. We need to move on. We can't spend all day with you. If you want to come back and try to debunk veganism again, come back to the next live stream next week on Friday and think of a better argument than that crap one we just tore apart really easily. So try that with them. Now, we were robbed a little bit. We were robbed 1 member there, and you were robbed because you paid for it. So I apologize, Sarah. I don't know how to fix that. Wow, you had a mass shooting in your little Oregon town at Safeway last year? Shoot, shows how nowhere is safe now. Wow, so yeah, I know there's been mass shootings around here, everywhere, There's nowhere you can be. Best way to make vegan taco meat? I don't know, Vincent Mercado. Anyone have any tips? I'm not a chef. Yeah, produce on pills. I already responded to that Jubilee video, the middle ground of meat eaters and vegans. Is basically what I responded to was just that, what was that steak and butter gal? Just gaslighting veganism the entire time. Veganism, it's for the privileged. My grocery bills were way more expensive when I bought potatoes and grains compared to steak. I just pulled up prices off Instacart for my local market and showed there's just no way. Like, steak's the most expensive stuff there. You can't compare it to, I was trying to get like a 10-pound sack of potatoes for like $10 or something like that. I mean, come on. It's such nonsense. Ooh, I just bought some soy curls last week, Sarah. That sounds good. Yeah, we got some vegan mole sauce and some soy curls. Might make some mole out of it. That sounds good. Uncle, yeah, the fruitarian video I posted yesterday. Yeah. Someone commented that, I think before the live stream started, that someone I knew, I didn't know her really, but I was aware of them when we started our YouTube channel. Anyone know Megan Elizabeth? She's from that raw food community, particularly the one that moved to the big island of Hawaii. And a lot of them, one by one, started becoming meat eaters. Anyway, I heard now that she's eating meat. Is that true? But that's what someone said up in the comments before we got started. If so, that fits the pattern. It's not like everyone who's raw ends up eating meat at some point, but it sure increases your likelihood of becoming a meat eater, say, compared to me. I've been vegan for 14 years. I'm 57. I'm not getting all these weird health problems. A little tired today, but I think it has to do with playing basketball and having had a hangover a couple days ago. Cool. Looks like Vincent got some ideas there about the taco meat. Awesome. 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 Yeah, that's what I said, Produce on Pills. There's nothing, if you're against animal cruelty and exploitation, the animals don't demand that you eat only uncooked food because cooked food's poison. That's a whole nother weird way of thinking. That's not related to veganism. But I'm with you, Sarah. I love raw and cooked. I just don't have any dogma about doing only one or the other. I mean, again, this morning or afternoon when I got back from the gym, made my banana and berries smoothie with some ground flaxseed. I think it's all raw. I don't know if they cooked the flaxseed or not, but it's pretty much freaking raw. But, you know, I had cooked stuff after that. I'm going to get some cooked food tonight, too. I mean, just eat a balanced, sensible vegan diet. That includes cooked and uncooked food. It's just so sad that people have a deathly fear of all cooked food. Even like steamed broccoli is going to kill you or something like that. It's absurd. Gladys, very interesting and impactful. What's that? Produce not pills. We saw someone who was big into juicing / raw and gave up juicing because it attacked her pancreas. Wow. I don't know the biological plausibility of that, whatever. But anyway, hopefully this person isn't eating meat now. It's like, just do a balanced, sensible vegan diet. That's what pisses me off all the time. I'm not saying this person did it, but anyone who's like, oh, I was doing raw and all this dry fasting and it was screwing me up, my gut and everything. So I started eating eggs. Like, no, why'd you start eating a balanced, sensible vegan diet? You know, to see how that would help. And for some of these people, it might be too late for them. Their guts might be so messed up that they need to get professional help, like a gastroenterologist professional, not like, you know, crystal meditation or something like that. Or, you know, so something like a medical doctor trained on gut health. And if you guys do crystal meditation, I'm not knocking it. Keep doing it. You know, just don't use it as a substitute for seeking professional medical help when you need it. Yeah, extremism is not the way, and avoiding all cooked food under the guise of some flimsy belief system is not gonna be too helpful. Let's see, Sunday, Sci-Town. Every argument against veganism you've ever heard is so predictable. Yeah, you know what it's like. I mean, there's only like 5 or 10 arguments. I mean, I think Ed made a book about, or Lifting Vegan Logic too. I mean, there's only so many. You know, you're going, which one is it? Once in a really odd time, I go, well, that is a different twist on an anti-vegan argument. I'll give you kudos for that creativity there. But anyway, it's every argument against veganism you've ever heard is so predictable and easy to debunk. And yet people are so difficult to convince. You should ask these people, is there any way, if I were to, is there, like, what would constitute evidence that is sufficient for you that if presented with such evidence, it would either maybe change your mind or at least move the needle a little bit in towards favor of veganism? Is there anything you can show them as far as evidence-based information? Because a lot of people don't value evidence-based information or logic or critical thinking. They're happy with just dogma and like magical thinking and stuff like that. So some people can't be convinced. And that's, you're really wasting your time with people like that if your goal is to have them go, oh yeah, your logical arguments were valid and the evidence was solid. I see how I was wrong. You know, a lot of people aren't going to be able to do that. Milo, you'll never take chemo or radiation, maybe an operation. You have doctor-assisted suicide in Hawaii. Well, Milo, think this through before you forego any treatment. I'm not saying you should, but yeah, think this through before just dismissing them without much thought. I don't know much about them, so I can't give you any personal advice, first-hand advice, but think it through really deeply instead of having like an automatic, no, I won't do that, because if it'll save your life, you know, if you value living longer, it sounds like it's a worthwhile risk. But that's all I'm going to say about them. I feel really sorry for you, Milo. I love you, and I hope you're doing better. Hope you're not in too much pain. Think this through, Milo. Yeah, Heidi says, Milo, you make the best decision for you. Heidi said she had to find enough experience with both chemo and radiation. So take that with a few grains of salt, Milo. Heidi is here. And as far as I know, doing well, right? You're doing fine. And she went through those. And I know, there's risks putting, chemicals and radiation in your body and stuff like that. But if it allows you to live your life without the cancer, think about it. Think it through deeply. Yeah, and Chef AJ got diagnosed with cancer too recently. At least informed the world about it. Tim Sheaf, he made a video like a couple years ago apologizing to vegans for all the shit talking he said about veganism. And I thought, oh, he's being sincere. He's trying to apologize for being such an asshole. No, it's because he joined a cult that was run by vegans. So I think he had to save some face there, or maybe it was something they forced him to do. I don't know. So I don't know if it was the most sincere apology for being an asshole to vegans. Sarah, you're not a tattoo girl, but if you were, you'd get a DNR on your chest in huge letters. I don't know if that would be sufficient. You probably need that in your driver's license or something like that. Do not resuscitate. Yeah, I'm with you, Sarah. I don't proclaim what I would do if I were in Milo's shoes or anyone that had cancer. I'd have to cross that bridge if and when, it came to it. I don't know. It's like people ask me, what would you do on a desert island? Would you stop being vegan? I go, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I mean, I might eat a human on a desert island if I don't know. Well, I have no personal first-hand experience. It's a thought experiment, I don't know. So yeah, same thing with them. Not to make light of cancer or anything like that. But yeah, I really don't know what I'd do. But yeah, cross that bridge. Hopefully I won't have to. Knock on wood here. So anyway, let me stretch a little bit here. How are we doing on time? An hour and a half. I'm gonna like Sarah, I'll be gone around 8 o'clock by then. We'll keep this to a 2-hour live stream tonight. I'm kind of hungry. Didn't have the biggest lunch, and there's something I want to get tonight. Something I want to get from a takeout place. They're having a little special that ends tonight. So anyway, yeah, I'm getting hungry already. Maybe Angie can order it for us. No, it doesn't take that long. If I order it, I just go there and get it. It'll be totally ready. I don't need to pre-plan. What am I thinking? Anyway, Uncle, yeah, everyone has their own uniquenesses, their preferences. Actually, it's a special at Panda Express. 2 plates for $16, Unfortunately, the orange chicken is considered a premium plate or something like that, so it didn't fall in that discount. If I just, instead of getting orange chicken, get their eggplant tofu and like a plate. It's weird. You have to understand how Panda Express terminology means. A plate means one side dish and a main. So my side dish probably be like chow mein, and get the main dish, the eggplant tofu, which you may not have at your local Panda Express. I've noticed I'm kind of lucky. It's kind of rare to have that eggplant tofu dish at your Panda Express. Sunday Sidetown, you want to know a lot about how to deal with anti-vegans. How do I simplify my arguments? Well, it's easy to debunk anti-vegan points. It often takes you a lot of words to address it exhaustively. I don't know if I'm good at that or not. I don't want to judge if I know you're talking about Brandolini's law. It takes like 10 times the amount of effort and time to respond to misinformation with actual real information. If someone just say some bullshit in like 5-10 seconds, and it'll take you like 100 seconds to be able to refute and respond to it. I don't know. I don't know if I have a good method. I try to be concise in my wording. I try not to go on any side tangents if not necessary. I just try to keep it strictly focused to the logic, because usually their logic's crap, and strictly to evidence. If we're talking about evidence-based information, I'll show the data. I go, okay, like they'll say veganism makes you deficient and it's a inherently flawed diet. So I'll say, well, that's your opinion that you pulled out of your butt. But if we look at health organizations around the world who have reviewed the actual scientific research regarding nutritional adequacy of plant-based diets, completely vegan diets, they say a well-planned, balanced vegan diet is nutritionally adequate. And these are health organizations. So yeah, you can find some like bro influencers with their shirts off at the beach telling you, yeah, vegan diets make you deficient, but they're just bro dudes. They're not organizations of health professionals who have to give nutritionally true information. And if it were not true, they can't give information that's going to kill you. This is the scientific consensus. So show me your evidence. I do something like that. I try to keep it focused on the evidence. Keep it focused on their argument if they're bringing an argument. So focus on logic, focus on evidence, and try to keep it concise. And ask them, okay, that's your opinion. Now here is the actual truth of the matter based on actual evidence or whatever. What do you have besides a shitty opinion or some shirtless guy on a beach or in a gym that you heard say this nonsense? So anyway, you're guilty of side tangents for sure, Sarah. You're gonna get some sleep, Lucci? Awesome, good for you. Sunday says, the devil is in the details, but the side tangents be gone. I'll try to cut down on it. Yeah, just try to focus. Just remember to stay focused. Evidence and logic. That's how I do it. You know, maybe someone else does it differently. Some people, like, let's say maybe Earthling Ed or Joey Carpstrong, might focus more on the Socratic method, where you ask them questions. That's a valid method too. Might take a little bit longer, and it might take a while to perfect being good at asking the right questions using the Socratic method. I just like to focus on logic and evidence-based information. Anyway, oh, AJ, you got 2 lives going on right now? Who else is live? Is it another vegan or another channel you watch? Or you don't have to share if you want to keep it private. Sometimes I don't like people to know other stuff I watch on YouTube. It's all good, AJ. All good. Let's see. Uncle has a tip for Sunday Sidetown. Ask the person who is anti-vegan what made them come to their conclusions and why that convinced them, and if they looked into the evidence. Okay, so you like to start off using the Socratic method, but then abandon it when they aren't engaging. Yeah, but they're just not, sincerely engaging with it. That's why, the Socratic method kind of presupposes that the person you're engaging with will actually follow along and respond truthfully. It's hard, so that's why I focus on logic, because once they put their argument up, or sometimes I extract their argument. They'll say some words and a few sentences. I go, so really what you're trying to say is that I'm helping you here. You threw out a flimsy argument. Let me strengthen it for you here. Try to be as charitable as possible to their position, so when you tear it down and refute it, your refutation is even stronger. Just make their argument as strong as you possibly can and then knock it down. But yeah, that's a good point. Just ask them where their evidence came from. Why do they believe that vegan diets are going to cause you to grow a 3rd head, 2 more heads, and whatever, Let's see, Dan Bell. Not sure who Dan Bell is. AJ, is that a vegan or something else that you're interested in? Yeah, I've never heard the name before. Okay, so anyway, let's see what else is going on. Did I miss any questions during all of that? Rebel Cheese. Doesn't ring a bell on Produce Not Pills. Heidi's never heard of it, but you just got cheese and thank you, fresh mozzarella and basil oil. Interesting. All vegan, by the way, I'm sure, guys. Okay, I don't know if that's an argument, Sunday Sidetown. That sounds like a baseless assertion. It's not just throwing out some bullshit like that. It's not an argument. Just heard the argument that veganism is commie mentality, even though animal rights has something to do with communism. Well, again, here's what I do, Sunday Sidetown. Someone tries to come here, oh, you vegans or commies. Well, first of all, I'll point out vegans come from all political backgrounds. There's nothing inherently lefty or righty or middle, whatever, about vegan. Vegan is apolitical, not political. It's without politics. But I'll point out what the definition of veganism is. I'll show something like, say, hey, let's look at the definition of veganism. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. There's no politics. You don't have to be left, right, center, any of that to understand that animal cruelty and exploitation are wrong, and you personally want to do something about that. You avoid participating in the industries that do all this stuff. There's nothing about politics. So it's just a stupid excuse that people say to try to deflect responsibility off of them to, like, oh, they're just doing like an ad hominem attack on veganism. Basically, they're just making up some bullshit, trying to attack its character or personality rather than what veganism is. It's just, it has nothing to do with politics. So anyway, commie. What is communistic about saying, hey, why are you killing that animal in order for us to live? I'll just eat plants because I can eat plants and not kill. Like, how is that communist in thinking? That's just a personal decision you made based on your morals. That's not political. That's not communist. It's not libertarian or liberal. It's just personal decision based on your morals. Anyway, see, you could point out Vivek Ramaswamy says the same thing, that caring about animals is not a partisan issue. Wayne Sung. Who's that? That name rings a bell. Hey, Gal Kimp just came on. Don't know if it was asked how to keep from getting discouraged with friends, like non-vegan friends or just friends in general. Give me a little bit more and I'll see if I can give you my tips about it. Let's see, Johnny, when's the last time I've been to a gun range? Let's see what Sarah say. Let's see. I have been to gun ranges on multiple occasions, and I like to keep that part of my life private. I don't like to give any clues away about my security or proficiency with guns or anything like that. So yeah, I just say I have been to gun ranges on multiple occasions, and we'll just leave it at that. Oh, I knew the name. Thank you there, Sunday Sighttown. Direct Action Everywhere. Yeah, I remember his name from the story about him dealing with jail time for rescuing. Yeah, thanks for putting that out. Thank you. Daniel asked, hey, as a vegan, would I go to Animal Kingdom? I don't know what that is. It's like a zoo, but no, not totally a zoo. I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what my opinion is of something I know not of what it is. You can't imagine me shooting guns. Well, I've shot some guns. Even before I went to a gun range, I still have it. I found it at my mom's house. It's some kind of it's a pellet gun. I know nowadays if you buy a pellet gun, they have special colors on them. I think they're orange or something, so people will know, oh, that's a fake gun. It's not a real gun. Mine looks real. It looks like a real handgun or something like that, big ass handgun. So I had that before I did any shooting of real guns, but I should get that back from her. I don't know if I want to leave it there. It probably won't work. I bet those little CO2 cartridges are shot after like 30, 40 years. Oh, in Disney World, I've heard of it. Yeah, don't they have an Avatar ride there or something like that? And I don't know. I don't see myself going to that, Daniel, but I really don't know too much about it. I just heard little bits about this Animal Kingdom thing in Florida. I've heard little bits about it on the internet. But it is a zoo, right, in the sense that they have animals there and they're using the animals as a way to profit, to charge people admission and stuff like that. I don't really know too much about it. Just that little bit I just described there. I'd be inclined to not go there, not support it. Let's see, Sarah, your dad had lots of guns. Wow, but we're getting rid of them over time. Good, yeah, especially if your dad's got more dementia now. Yeah, probably not good to keep a lot of guns around. Sunday, Sidetown, you thought it looked like a zoo to you, this Animal Kingdom? Yeah, I've seen some people essentially I like to go to the local, Disney park here in Anaheim. Yeah, I've researched, what the parks are like around the world. Knowing I'll probably see none of them, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I've seen little bits about that Animal Kingdom. I just forgot its name, and I really forgot what was there. I just kind of remember there's an Avatar ride there. Cool, Johnny. Yeah, I'm not trying to shut down your question, but like some things I just want to keep completely off any record on the internet for any potential would-be bad people to like, try to snoop for info and intel. Okay, they do have an avatar ride at that one. I heard they're going to build an avatar ride here at the Anaheim Park sometime in the next like 3-ish years or something like that. So hopefully that'll happen, and I won't have to go to Florida. Not that I'd go anyway, so I can see here. Ryan is packing. No, I never do like conceal and carry. California's not a state where you can like carry a weapon legally. Thank God. I know in other states like you can just carry a gun, no problem. It's totally cool. Yeah, that's not here. So I'm definitely not packing. Abattoir. No, Avatar. Oh, it's a ride with screens? Yeah, it shows you how little I'm up. Yeah, I don't know much about the Avatar ride. But if they build it out here and I don't have to wait 3 hours, I'll check it out. Oh, everyone packs in Oregon? I didn't know Oregon was a carry a gun state. Travis R. Mike the Vegan. Yeah, fellow logical vegan is also logical like me. Using evidence-based info. Yeah, Mike and I are very similar in many regards as far as our approach to responding to misinformation about veganism. Yeah, we're evidence-based. Stick with the facts. We don't just make up a bunch of shit. Our reasoning is logical and based in evidence. I have a tank in my backyard ready to go war. No, far from it. Okay, there's 2 Avatar rides. I didn't know that. One of them has screens, the other doesn't, but the more popular Avatar ride is screen-based. See, I've never been to Florida, so I've never seen these rides really. I mean, I may have seen some just short glimpses of it on the internet is all I can say. All right, how are we doing here? 1:46, an hour 46 into this live stream. So I'm letting you know, right now I'll be done within 15 minutes. Keep this 1 to 2 hours because I'm pretty hungry and I want to get that. A Panda Express deal. It expires today. It was only good like January 1st through 3rd. So I figured what a great way to just get it tonight. You watch way too many Disney World YouTube. Yeah, there's a lot of Disney. It's a whole industry of Disney content creators. One's based in Florida, I've seen. One's based out here. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, Uncle knows about Texas. That's where your family's from. Texas, and pickup trucks with a rack in the back window. MTV, that's Mike the Vegan, is a nice guy. I will second that. Yeah, Mike's cool. Yeah, every time I've hung out with Mike, he's chill. Like when he was out here not last year, we just had the year before. Yeah, in the summer. Yeah, I told you we met up with him. He had a free day. They were visiting his wife's sister. So yeah, we met him at a winery out in the Temecula region here in Southern California. Had a nice little afternoon with the 3 of them. Sipping on some nice wine, enjoying some nice, cool summer air. It was great. Oh, no, it was cool autumn temperature, if I remember right. Anyway, yeah, nice dude, nice people, and hope to see him again. He actually texted me last Sunday, I think it was. He wanted to know if I got any shit from the Jubilee YouTube channel. The ones that made that channel, that video about the meat eaters and vegans, middle ground. And I said, no, I didn't have anything. So I guess he had to like re-edit his video because they took his monetization away. So if you saw him put it up twice, that's what happened. Oh yeah, and he hosts the Vegan Jeopardy game. Yeah, that's his thing at all the vegan festivals. I've seen him at. Yeah, he does the Vegan Jeopardy game. And you lost. I think Angie won. She partnered with someone, and I thought they were winners, if I remember right. Let's see. Peter says that guy I banned is live right now. Let's not even mention anyone's name that I banned. If I ban someone, it means I don't like them, and they probably did something really wrong to get banned. It takes a lot for me to ban someone. Really, I think I'm too generous. I'm too nice. I give too many chances to people. And so if someone gets banned, it really means they did something really just effed up. So anyway, I'm not here to drag the mud around or anything. I'm just saying, yeah, if someone's banned, let's just move on. I'm not here to speak badly of people. That's not why I do live streams. So anyway, if you wonder why I banned the guy, he just flat out lied about me. That's why. Anyway, so anyway, let's move on from that to something a little more positive. I don't know what that would be, but almost anything would be more positive than that. So any other questions before I leave you guys and start looking for my my Panda Express deals. Let's see, Johnny adds that Florida is a concealed carry, so you never know who's carrying. Yeah, more reason not to mess with people, you know, especially in states that are legally, or you can conceal and carry. But even states like here, people can pack, you know, wannabe gangsters are packing despite it being completely illegal here. So it's cool not to F with people on the streets, not to F with people who are being a-holes to you out on the highway. All my weird language are effing with you, a-holes. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to like stand up for what's right. If someone's being aggressive, a-hole out in the streets, driving, just let them go by, you know? Screw your ego. Just let them go. They're probably insane. And they might shoot you. Who knows? If not, they'll try to ram you off the road, possibly. Just let them go. Get to where you're going safely. Don't be some kind of, I gotta fight for my rights and all. Johnny, what is one fun fact we should all know about me? Huh. I don't know. Let me think if I could figure out one. If there's only one fun fact that you need to know about me. I'm coming up with nothing right now. I must be boring if I don't have any fun facts to share. All right. As a musician, the largest show that I headlined had approximately 3,000 people in the audience. So there's a fun fact. And I'm not really a band that plays live all that much. I'm a studio project. But yeah, it was about 3,000 odd people at Museo del Chopo in Mexico City. Sarah adds, oh yeah, where you live at, you have all these California license plates, she said. And a lot of out-of-towners there now driving poorly because of the deep snowpack. You're not anti-tourist, just, yeah, they're probably just not like you. It probably takes a while to adapt to driving in snow. I'd be scared to death, honestly. I wouldn't know what to do if it was like icy or snowy. Do I need to pull over? Do I need chains? How does it work? I don't know. This is like landing on Mars for me, a guy from Southern California. I don't know. I don't do this stuff. I don't go skiing and snowboarding. I'm not a snow guy. Not to say I hate the snow. I just don't feel comfortable in the cold snow. Yeah, there's some good tips for being out in public, especially driving. Slow down, keep distance, keep aware. If you do those three things, you'll have a lower risk of something bad happening to you. Yeah, and I'm vegan. There's a nice fun fact. But Johnny Bravo already knew that. I was trying to give him something different here. Am I getting a soy latte tomorrow? I might, Heidi. That's a new fun fact about me. That gosh, it's been a year now, maybe. I forgot roughly when. On weekend mornings, I would join my wife. My wife's been a coffee aficionado like the entire time I've known her. I think her dad got her into coffee when she was young. Anyway, I started just going on, like, you know, we live in a very walkable area. There's many coffee places all around here. So I started walking with her to her coffee shops, and I started getting like half caffeinated, you know, lattes, and been enjoying that as a nice little simple pleasure. So I recently started drinking some coffee, lower caffeinated coffee, as just a simple pleasure to experience a shared experience with my wife, something we can share together, is what I'm trying to say. That's a new fun fact. Yeah, don't brake too hard when it's slippery and wet out there. I've learned that before. Yeah. If you find an empty parking lot, you will do donuts on the ice. So fun to get squirrely. Really? Wow. I would never do that, Sarah. Not in 100 million years. But yeah, you keep doing it. I'm just saying I would never do that. Let's say Sunday Sidetown wants to know if I ever have to deal with censorship when I'm trying to talk to non-vegans on social media. I don't think so. I think we get our message automatically deleted or not, often without realizing. I have to say, Sunday, I rarely interface with non-vegans or anti-vegans on social media. I mean, I do it here on my YouTube channel. So if the comments are under my control, if they're commenting on a video, they're under our control here, mine and the moderator's control if they're commenting in a live stream. So as far as that goes, no, there's no censorship on when I talk to people because I do it on social media platforms where I have complete control. So yeah, if you're commenting on someone else's platform, yeah, they can do whatever they want. And people want to know, do I delete comments? No, I rarely do, unless they're saying something mean and hateful, like, look at you. You have aged so much since you started your YouTube channel. Your vegan diet's running. Shit like that. It's like, no, that's being ageist and hateful. And it has nothing to do with veganism. It says that all it has to do with I started a YouTube channel in 2013, and here we are in 2025. Yeah, I've aged, 12 years? No, longer than that, like 13 years. I mean, that's what happens. We get older as time progresses, so I just get rid of stupid crap like that. So yeah, or if you just, you got to say, like I said, to get deleted, banned, comment, you have to do something really crappy. Let's see, Sarah, you like a decaf Americano sometimes. You can't do the caffeine though, you turn into a gremlin. I find it kind of cool though, with the half calf, it helps me to sometimes get motivated to do stupid crap around the house that I'm putting off, like sweeping and dusting, little projects like that, it's just cleaning things. So the other day I cleaned the stove. The stove was long due to get cleaned, and I went over and above what I normally do, cleaned all different parts of it. Looks pretty kick-ass now. So that's one little side of a benefit of having a half calf. So anyway, just thought I'd throw that little plus out there for you. Yeah, we're all aging. Newsflash. Either die or you stay alive and you get older. Those are your only two options. What's that, AJ? You couldn't see anything out the windshield. What happened? You've never been more scared when you drove through a torrential downpour in Florida. Couldn't see anything out the window. Wow, that sounds horrible. Wow. And Johnny is agreeing with you. You're speaking facts. One thing you dislike about Florida. That sounds horrible. Having like zero visibility. Wow. Sarah, wow, I wish I was like you and your OCD, like cleaning off your stove and counters. Yeah. I mean, we just kind of let it go a few days or longer until we kind of get bothered and one of us steps up and does it. But yeah, we could live a little more OCD-like in that regard. Oh, Sunday, you're asking about censorship or about platforms that automatically moderate and delete stuff. I don't know. I don't know about that because I rarely comment on other platforms about veganism. So I don't know. I'm not sure how that works out. If that's what you're experiencing, I'll take your word for it. Happens on Instagram, Threads, and YouTube especially. Wow. I'll take your word for that. Wow. It's almost 8 p.m., Sarah. It's went super fast, and your cult leader here, it's just a cult member tonight, is super hungry. So I'm ready to go get that Panda Express and chow it down before it gets too late. Because your cult leader now doesn't stay up as late as he used to. If he stays up till midnight, that's pushing it. I usually get tired now about like 11:30 or so. So I don't want to eat. You know what they say? It's not good for you. It's not healthy to eat and have a full stomach and go to bed really soon after that. So I want to get going so I can have this giant feast courtesy of a discount from Panda Express. So I was going to get the vegan orange chicken, Peter, but as I explained earlier, it's going to cost more. They advertised 2 plates for $16, and I tested it out, punched it in my phone in the app earlier, and it was like $25. And I had Angie do it to test it to see if I was doing something wrong or stupid. And she figured out, oh, the vegan orange chicken is a premium dish. I need to get one that was not premium. So we're going to get the eggplant tofu, which is great. You know, probably healthier than the orange chicken, maybe the Beyond Orange Chicken. So anyway, that's where we're at with that. Well, Uncle, get your wipers fixed. If you said that was in the past, hopefully you got that settled already. Let's see. Pervert alert. Where's the pervert, Sarah? I don't see any perverts right here. Well, at least if you're OCD with your counter, Sarah, drives your bestie nuts, but at least your bestie's got clean counters. That sounds like a good deal. Let's see. Skycross, you're late. I'm going right now, Skycross. You can watch it later on if you want. I'll give you a little heads up. Nothing really major happened. We didn't get any haters tonight. No trolls or anything like that. Unlike last week, we had haters, trolls, and a precious level 5,000 vegan as well. So that was a nice treat to get a level 5,000 vegan. That was it's been quite a while since we had one of them grace us with their blessed presence. So anyway, next week, I'm not sure what I'm going to make video-wise. Peter, I haven't looked at your suggestions your messages to me on Instagram. So I'll take a look to see what's in there. I tell you, next week can be kind of complicated for me. I have some things I need to deal with my mom next week that are going to pull me away from here. So we'll see how that works out. Hopefully still I can find the time to record and edit a video for next week. So just giving you a heads up. I'm not sure how it's going to work out next week, but I have very intentions on being here for the Friday live stream. And there's a really good chance, I would say at least 75% chance I will get a video out next week. Just letting you know there could be some complications due to a family matter that I'm helping my mom out with. So anyway, if you got here late, Skycross or anyone, if you have a question for me, come back and I see the pervert alert now, Sonny. I see it now. I see why Sarah was tripping. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. I totally derailed my thoughts 100% there. So let me just start over. Go. Thank you, Uncle, and thank you, Peter, for your moderation skills tonight. Even though we didn't have to do that much, it was super chill. And thanks, Sarah, for generating 4 or 5 memberships. We don't know yet. Maybe I'll look in the my YouTube studio creator thing, see if I can figure out what happened, see what went on there. And thank you, AJ, for our only super chat tip of the night. Much appreciated. Thank you so much there, AJ. And if your other live stream's on, you can watch that full attention now. Yeah, but I'm happy to have you here with half your mind, AJ. It's all good. I'll take you any way you can come here. It's all good. So yeah, I'm gonna go be with Mama. I'm gonna go be with Angie and have some kind of little feast on our New Year's feast here. It's the last day of this little discount that we can get. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. Great seeing you. I feel, again, much better after hanging out with you. I had some dumb family business right before this that was kind of bumming me out, and you guys have kind of hit the reset on my brain, and I feel a lot better. So thank you guys. Really, I can't thank you enough for being here for me, and hopefully I'm doing something similar for you, making your lives a little better by just being your online vegan friend here. All right, guys. All right, much love. I'll see you guys next week, and we will be back chatting about any and all things vegan, and who knows what'll happen. That's what makes these live streams so fun. You never know. It's like a box of chocolates, vegan chocolates. All right, guys, much love, peace, love, and I'll see you in a week. Bye-bye.